Have you ever wondered why peace feels so close, yet slips away the moment your thoughts begin to race? One idea, one memory, one worry, and suddenly your calm turns into chaos. But the real storm isn't outside you, it's the mind itself, reacting, resisting, remembering. What if you could quiet that storm? Your mind isn't something to fight, it's something to understand, to guide with awareness. When you learn to observe instead of obey every thought, peace becomes your natural state. This isn't escape, it's mastery. A still mind doesn't avoid life, it experiences it with depth, clarity, and unshakable calm. Return to now. Most of the pain we experience doesn't come from what's happening right now. It comes from our thoughts about it. The mind drifts toward the past, replaying old mistakes, or rushes into the future, imagining what could go wrong. In that restless movement, we lose the only place where peace truly lives. The present moment. The wisdom of mindfulness, shared across Buddhist and many spiritual teachings, reminds us that now is all that ever really exists. Yesterday has already dissolved into memory, and tomorrow is only an idea. The only moment where you can breathe, love, listen, or heal is this one. Yet most of us live as though the present were just a bridge between what was and what's next. We eat without tasting, walk without seeing, and speak without truly listening. This quiet absence, being here but not really here, creates a sense of emptiness and unease. But when awareness returns to the present, something gentle and profound happens. You begin to notice the subtle beauty that was always there, the rhythm of your breath, the play of light on the walls, the sound of your own heartbeat. Life becomes simple again, not because it's perfect, but because you're no longer resisting it. You start to meet each moment as it is, whether it brings joy or sadness, with openness and compassion. You don't need silence or ritual to practice this. Every act, from washing your hands to sipping water, can be a meditation. The key is attention, to be awake to this. When the mind stops chasing stories, you discover that this moment, just as it is enough. Here, in the stillness of now, you find what you were always searching for. Peace that doesn't depend on anything else. Where the mind rests, life flows. Everything you experience begins in the space of your own mind. It colors how you see the world, how you feel, and how you act. When your thoughts are clouded by fear or tension, life feels difficult and unpredictable. When your thoughts are calm and steady, the same life feels open and manageable. The difference isn't in the world, it's in the way the mind perceives it. Notice how two people can face the same challenge. One loses peace instantly, while the other remains composed. The event is the same, the inner response is not. A restless mind exaggerates what's wrong and blinds you to what's possible. A quiet mind sees clearly and moves with balance. This is why the heart of mindfulness is not about controlling the outer world, but about understanding the inner one. Peace doesn't come from fixing every problem. It comes from meeting life with awareness. When you pause, when you breathe and truly notice, the noise of thought begins to settle. In that stillness, perspective returns. You start to realize you are not your thoughts. You are the one witnessing them. This small shift changes everything. Each breath offers a new chance to return home to yourself. You can't stop life's waves, but you can learn to float with them instead of fighting. Practice bringing your attention back again and again. With time, the storms quiet, and you begin to move through life with ease. The mind at rest becomes like a calm lake, reflecting life clearly, untouched by the winds above. When your mind rests, your life flows. Be the watcher, not the wave. Peace begins when you stop letting the world pull you into its storms. Every moment brings a new emotion, a new thought, a new ripple. But you are not those ripples. You are the stillness beneath them. Most people spend their lives reacting to words, to moods, to the endless noise of others. But reacting is not living. It's being carried by the tide of every passing wave. True strength comes from learning to observe without being absorbed. Life constantly invites drama. Someone criticizes you, a plan falls apart, or something doesn't go your way, and instantly the mind builds a story. Why me? They shouldn't have done that. This always happens. These thoughts create tension, pain, and confusion. Yet the moment you pause and watch what's happening inside, the storm begins to lose its power. You start to see thoughts and emotions as visitors, not as truths. Observation is not about pushing feelings away. It's about allowing them to exist without giving them control. Anger can arise, let it. Sadness can pass through, let it. Watch them move like wind through trees, knowing they will come and go. When you stop identifying with every feeling, you begin to experience a deeper kind of freedom, the kind that no circumstance can touch. Think of your awareness as a clear horizon. Clouds may cover it for a time, but the sky remains untouched. When you remember that you are the sky, not the clouds, every situation becomes easier to bear. You listen without reacting, feel without clinging, and act from calm instead of chaos. The next time life stirs emotion within you, take one breath before responding. Notice. Name what you feel. Don't rush to fix or fight it. Just watch. The simple act of awareness transforms reaction into understanding, and in that understanding, peace naturally arises. Quiet, steady, and unbreakable. The freedom in letting go. Much of our inner struggle begins when we try to control what was never meant to be controlled. We want people to behave a certain way, situations to unfold exactly as planned, and the future to fit neatly into our expectations. But life doesn't bend to our demands. It moves with its own rhythm. The tighter we hold on, the more we suffer. The mind believes control equals safety. It tries to predict, manage, and prepare for every possible outcome. Yet this endless grasping only breeds anxiety and disappointment. You can spend hours replaying what you wish had gone differently or worrying about what's still to come, but neither of those moments truly exist. The present, right here, right now, is the only place where peace can live. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that all things are impermanent. Seasons shift, people change, and even your own emotions pass through you like waves. When you accept this truth, you stop fighting reality. You learn to meet life as it is, instead of how you want it to be. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the realization that forcing outcomes only tightens the knot, while surrender allows life to flow naturally. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, release it with compassion. Focus on what is yours to guide, your thoughts, your choices, your response in each moment. When you let go of what's outside your reach, your energy returns to what truly matters. You stop reacting and start living with intention. Letting go is not giving up. It's choosing trust over tension. It's planting seeds without demanding how or when they'll bloom. Life becomes lighter when you stop clinging to what must change on its own. Like opening your hand after gripping too tightly, the relief is immediate. You breathe easier, you see clearer, you feel free. Peace isn't found in control, it's found in release. And when you finally let go, life begins to move with you instead of against you. Build inner strength through practice. Peace is not something that simply appears when life becomes easy. It's something you build. It's a quiet strength developed through steady, deliberate practice. The calm mind isn't a gift, it's a skill. Just like the body grows stronger through exercise, the mind becomes resilient through repetition. When left untrained, the mind jumps from thought to thought, pulled by fear, distraction, and doubt. It reacts to every inconvenience, clings to every worry, and collapses under stress. But when you begin to train it, patiently, consistently, something begins to change. You stop being controlled by every passing emotion. You begin to move through life with balance, not resistance. Think of a monk who rises each morning to meditate before sunrise. He doesn't do it because it's always peaceful or easy. He does it because he understands that the strength of the mind is built through returning to the breath, to awareness, to stillness, over and over again. Every return is a repetition. Every repetition deepens mastery. You don't need hours of silence or a temple on a hill. Start small. Sit for 5 minutes each day and watch your breath. When the mind wanders, gently bring it back. That single act of noticing and returning is the training. You are building focus, patience, and self-control, one breath at a time. Read something meaningful each day. Reflect when life tests you. When frustration rises, use it as a cue to practice presence. Each repetition strengthens your awareness. Over time, the restless waves of your mind begin to settle. You'll notice subtle changes, a pause before reacting, a softness where anger once lived, clarity where confusion used to be. These are the quiet signs of inner growth. Repetition transforms chaos into clarity. The key is not perfection, but persistence. Keep returning to calm, to breath, to now. The more often you do, the steadier you become. Train your mind like you would train a muscle, with patience, discipline, and care. Eventually, peace will no longer be something you seek. It will become who you are. The power of a kind heart. You meditate. You journal. You practice mindfulness and try to control your breath. You're doing everything you've been told will bring you inner peace. But then it happens, a single harsh comment, a betrayal from someone you trust, or an unexpected setback, and that fragile peace shatters into a million pieces. Suddenly, you're back in the storm of anger, anxiety, and resentment. Why is our peace so easily stolen? It's because we've been building our fortress with the wrong materials. We've been told that inner peace is a product of discipline, control, and mental silence. But the ancient masters knew a profound secret. True, unshakable peace doesn't come from controlling the mind. It comes from liberating the heart. The ultimate spiritual technology, the one that creates an unbreakable mind, is compassion. This isn't the soft, passive idea of just being nice. This is radical, courageous compassion. A conscious choice to meet pain, both yours and others, with understanding instead of judgment. Think about it. Holding on to anger, a grudge, or the need for revenge is like clutching a burning coal, hoping to one day throw it at someone else. You can plan the perfect moment, you can justify your right to throw it, but in the end, you are the only one getting burned. Forgiveness isn't a gift you give to someone else. It's the act of dropping that coal and setting your own hand free. You don't do it because they deserve it. You do it because you deserve to be free from the fire. Let's get real. Someone lies about you at work. A friend ghosts you. The instinctive human reaction is to build a wall, to label them as toxic or evil, and to fuel the fire of our own righteousness. But what if you saw their action not as an attack, but as a symptom of their own deep suffering? A truly happy, peaceful, and fulfilled person never seeks to harm another. Hurt people hurt people. People who lie, manipulate, and betray are operating from a place of fear, insecurity, and inner chaos. When you truly understand this, their actions lose their power over you. You stop taking the poison personally. This is not a call to be a doormat. This is the ultimate strategic advantage. Compassion gives you the clarity to see a situation for what it is. It allows you to set firm, healthy boundaries, not from a place of hatred, but from a place of wisdom and self-preservation. You can walk away from a destructive person without carrying the weight of bitterness in your heart. You protect your energy without poisoning your soul. And the final, most important frontier for this practice is within yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, replaying our past mistakes on an endless loop, punishing ourselves for not being perfect. But peace isn't found in flawlessness. It's found in forgiveness. Self-compassion is the act of looking at your past failures and saying, "I understand. You were doing the best you could with the knowledge you had. You are worthy of peace now." When you begin to live from this place, everything changes. Your inner world transforms. You are no longer a fragile boat tossed around by the waves of other people's moods and actions. You become the deep, calm ocean itself. The storms on the surface may come and go, but your core remains profoundly still. Your inner peace is no longer a temporary state. It becomes your permanent home. You respond to life with wisdom instead of reacting with fear. You become a lighthouse in the storm, unmoved, steady, and a source of light for others. So don't just train your mind to be quiet. Train your heart to be open. While discipline can build a silent room, only compassion can build a peaceful world, starting from the one inside of you. This isn't just a spiritual practice, it's a revolution, a quiet revolution of the heart that makes you, finally, unbreakable. The lantern in the dark. We have walked a long path together in these last few moments. We have journeyed from the restless mind to the stillness of the present, from the identity of the wave to the vastness of the watcher. We have seen the wisdom in letting go, the strength in consistent practice, and the revolutionary power of a kind and compassionate heart. You might see these as separate lessons, steps to be climbed one by one. But they are not. They are spokes of a single wheel, all leading to the same center. A life lived with awakened awareness. A still mind without an open heart can become cold and distant. A loving heart without a clear mind can be lost in the storms of emotion. True liberation is found where these two meet. Wisdom and compassion are the two wings that allow the spirit to fly. This path is not an escape from the world. It is a journey directly into the heart of it, with the tools to navigate its beauty and its pain without being broken. The goal is not to build a fortress so high that nothing can touch you. The goal is to transform yourself into a lantern. A lantern does not deny the darkness. It holds a light within it, allowing you to see the path clearly. It brings warmth to the cold. It offers guidance to those who are lost. When you train your mind and open your heart, you are not just building an inner shelter for yourself. You are becoming a source of light in a world that desperately needs it. Every time you choose to respond with presence instead of reactivity, every time you offer understanding instead of judgment, you are holding that lantern high. You become a quiet, walking sanctuary. So, after all this, where do you begin? Not with a grand promise or a complex plan. You do not need to change your entire life tomorrow. You begin where you always are, right here, right now, with this single, precious breath. This breath is your anchor in the storm. It is your teacher in moments of confusion. It is your silent companion, always available, always ready to guide you back home to the stillness of the present. The entire journey, with all its profound wisdom, is contained in the simple act of returning your awareness to the feeling of your own breath. Do not see yourself as a broken person who needs to be fixed. You are not. You are a vast, brilliant sky, temporarily obscured by the clouds of conditioning and fear. The practice is not about fighting the clouds. It is about remembering the boundless, untouchable sky that you have always been. Let your life become a testament to this truth. Let your peace be your message. In a world of noise, be the stillness. In a world of reaction, be the watcher. In a world of hardness, be the kind heart. The path is not about becoming someone new. It is about finally, courageously, and completely returning to who you already are.